1. Those grill marks aren't real. Unfortunately, most fast food chains don't have a grill with open flames, so are unable to get those signature perfect grill marks that everyone likes on all the patties and grilled chicken. They're usually added by the manufacturer before they even get to the restaurant and are usually just artificial coloring. 2. Wendy's chili meat is repurposed burger. Instead of throwing away all the hamburgers that sat on the grill for too long, at Wendy's, they're placed inside a bin in the refrigerator, then repurposed by being boiled, chopped up, and put into the chili. From what we hear, this is done at many other fast food places that serve chili, not just Wendy's. 3. Chicken nuggets do a lot of sitting around. McNuggets sit in a warming tray all day, waiting for someone to order them. They're supposed to be thrown away after a set amount of time, but usually, according to some former employees, the timer is just reset. 4. Last-minute specials aren't always the best option. Beware of new specials. They're often just a restaurant's last attempt to sell food that will expire soon. Most are either trying a new dish to see if it should go on the menu or not, or they are trying to get you to buy the product before they have to throw it out. 5. Soda machines aren't easy to clean. Next time you use a soda machine, take a peek up into the ice dispenser before you actually use it. There's a chance you might see mold up there because they're nearly impossible to clean. To help eliminate any chances that you'll wind up with mold or bacteria in your drink, run the soda fountain machine for a few seconds before pouring it into your cup. McCafe machines aren't easy to clean either. 6. Most fast food joints clean everything with super concentrated chemicals at the end of the day. That includes the grills and the drink machine nozzles. If you're one of the first customers in the morning, you may be getting some of that chemical residue on the food or in the drink you order. 7. Don't ask for lemons or limes. The lemons used in drinks are usually the most unsanitary food item around and are occasionally the culprit behind a bout of food poisoning. The reason? They're usually not washed, are handled by several ungloved people, and spend a lot of time sitting around out in the open. 8. Those salads aren't exactly healthy. Did you think that salad topped with cheese, ranch dressing, and fried chicken is healthier for you than a burger? Guess again. Some fast food salads contain more than 700 calories. McDonald's salads contain up to 60% more fat than their burgers. 9. Avoid asking for extra of something like cheese or sauce. As soon as you say extra, employees have to enter it at the register and charge you for it. Instead, just tell them to put a good amount on there and they'll load you up. 10. If you want something cooked fresh, just ask. If you are concerned about the freshness of the food, just ask them to make you a new batch, or simply order it with one less ingredient to make it a special order. You may need to wait a little bit longer for your meal, but in most cases, they'll make your item fresh to order if you ask. There's a well-known McDonald's hack about getting fresh fries by asking for them without salt. 11. Monitor the trash. Look around to see how much trash is in the parking lot and whether the bathrooms are dirty and if the dining room is picked up. When things that are so publicly visible are neglected, you can bet that even more is being neglected in the back and in the kitchen where no one can see them. 12. Employees are timed on how fast they get customers through the drive-thru. So they always prioritize those in line outside over anyone at the front counter. 13. Those gorgeous pictures of fast food in advertisements? They're airbrushed and touched up with fiberglass and paint. It probably takes 2 hours to make that picture. Obviously, they're not going to be able to replicate that. 14. Do employees really wash their hands? Most employees don't wash their hands as much as they should, even though there are signs everywhere reminding them it's the law. 15. McDonald's fries still aren't vegetarian. If you're trying to cut meat and meat products out of your diet, grabbing a large fry from McDonald's might seem the way to go. But unless you're in India, you should know they're not actually vegetarian. In 2002, McDonald's was sued for mislabeling hash browns and fries as vegetarian when they were in fact prepared with an oil flavored with essence of beef. For a country with a large Hindu population, that was a huge problem. McDonald's issued an apology and $10 million in charitable donations, and they were also sued in the U.S. for the same issue. However, McDonald's responded to the U.S. lawsuit by stating that they never actually claimed their fries were vegetarian in the States, and, according to ThoughtCo, they still weren't vegetarian as of 2019. 16. The reason fast food restaurants have to call it soft serve. There's no actual ice cream on the menu. It's called soft serve. The reason? Determining whether or not something is actually ice cream is complicated. According to FDA regulations, a product has to contain at least 10% milk fat, which is also sometimes called butter fat, in order to be called ice cream. Dairy Queen, for example, uses a product that has 5% milk fat for their blizzards, cones, and sundaes. While that means you're not technically getting ice cream, you're getting a product that could be considered reduced fat, which seems like something they would want to market, but choose not to. McDonald's says the same thing about their soft serve. It was once called ice milk, which is now an obsolete designation in the US. Soft serve definitely sounds better. 17. If you are concerned about freshness, double-check that ingredients are used in multiple menu items. If you see something on the menu and can't find at least one or two other items that the ingredients could be used in, we recommend you don't order it. If an item is not ordered too frequently, it's not fresh, and the product you're eating might be days or weeks old. It may not get you sick, but it definitely won't be as fresh as the other items on the menu. At the same token, if you really like an ingredient but know that it's not a popular choice, be aware that you are likely not eating it in its peak form. Popular ingredients are more likely to be fresh. Unpopular ingredients are turned over less, so you're more likely to get something that was sitting around, perhaps even a little bad, freezer burn, chucked into the pits of a walk-in freezer and thawed for your dietary pleasure. 18. Is it really vegetarian? If you don't eat meat, triple check that the supposedly vegetarian sauces or fried items are not made with animal products. You'd be surprised to know how many sauces have meat products in them. 19. Try not to order fish on a Monday or Tuesday. Aim to eat fish on a Thursday or Friday. A lot of people think restaurants get frozen fish, and while that might be true for some chain restaurants, it isn't true for nicer restaurants and mid-level restaurants. Restaurants start stocking up for the weekend on Thursdays and Fridays. Most restaurants buy more food than they'll need for the weekend to not run out, as customers get disappointed if an item is not available, so most places have decided that too much is better than not enough. Fresh fish that is properly stored in self-draining ice lasts 2 to 3 days from the time they get it from their purveyor. This leads to a fish on Monday that came in on Thursday, being sometimes a week old by the time you eat it. 20. Enjoy your meat medium or rare. Wait, what? While the USDA recommends that meat be cooked to a proper internal temperature to avoid potentially harmful bacteria, you may be better off ordering it a bit rare. Cooks confess that they sometimes reserve the oldest meat for customers who prefer it well done. Those extra minutes of cooking, not to mention the slightly charred exterior, can mask the tired quality of old meat.